Like I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the realest, straight from Phillips. Good morning, everybody. It's getting really close to the afternoon. It's the livest one, that's right. Like I'm from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the realest, straight from Phillips. Now, I greatly appreciate everybody's support in Photography Plug. We want to first off appreciate the people who bring this to you. This is being televised on YouTube. We greatly appreciate YouTube's partnership. We have many devices and products for sale. Support. Yes, we are talking the importance of, on this forum, we talk the importance of the litigation, but not just the litigation, the importance, that's right, my friends, of a major music producer. That is correct. A major music producer being arrested in your Brooklyn jail. Yes, my friends, that major news broke about a week and a half ago. Now, Sean Puffy Combs has been going through a lot. Obviously, his whole family is distraught over this. Some people say it's a possibility of his own son being charged in this in particular case. A possibility that more celebrities could possibly be indicted very soon. That is correct. Very, very soon. They're saying it's a possibility of more people being indicted, or is P. Diddy holding up well? They're saying they took him off of suicide watch. That is true. If you just tune it in, we have people from all over the country and all over the world on our forums. South Africa, Brazil, everybody has tuned in from all over the world. I greatly appreciate, I'm not saying every single person, but I greatly appreciate it's very successful forum. We are the #1 media network in this region. So I greatly appreciate everybody supporting the Photography Plug. Hello. This is not Tidal. That is correct. This is not Jay-Z. We respect any black entrepreneur, but by saying that, we are saying what you say does count. So I greatly appreciate all the comments coming in already. Welcome to the Photography Plug. Now, P. Diddy being incarcerated in that Brooklyn jail. That is correct. This is news that had broke 2 weeks ago. P. Diddy being incarcerated inside of that New York City Brooklyn jail. I didn't actually know that was Brooklyn. I guess they don't have a jail in Manhattan. I'm sure they have to. But yes, his attorney this morning somebody just commented, what floor is he on? I'm not sure. But his attorney this morning asked for appeal and asked for Sean Puffy Combs to be released. He is being held on sex trafficking charges. I think those charges are holding him without bail or without bond, knowing that any bond that they give out would be unreasonable. So say, for instance, if they said, well, we'll release you on a $25 million bond, and he makes a $25 million bond, P. Diddy makes that $25 million bond, then of course, that's right, then of course, people will say, well, the average sex offender that does human trafficking doesn't have a $25 million bond. So I guess the court system, and somebody said the federal government is not about money. Yes, they are about money. So the federal government, yes, is about money just as well as the state. The feds need money just as well as they say can't buy the feds. Well, then take all the money out the country, and we'll see how fast we can buy the Federal Bureau of Investigations. They say you can't buy the feds. My friends, anybody can be bought and any function can be bought. America has a $1 trillion deficit. That is correct. I greatly appreciate somebody said, love your videos. I greatly appreciate your comment. Where your comments do count on Photography Plug. Now, I might not always be the host, and we are working on getting an office. And if we have another host, we will make sure that in the future of Photography Plug that what you say does count. That is correct. What you say does count. Now, this is a forum that is about capitalism. So donate, donate, donate. This is a Tuesday. Now, Tuesday is very important if you are an entrepreneur. That is correct. Tuesday is a very important day. If you're an entrepreneur, you want to make sure next Tuesday you're still back in business. There's a lot of businesses this week that won't be in business next week. So let's make sure that if you're an entrepreneur, that your business is something that's very important for you. Now, obviously, we love to broadcast. That's right. This is televised from the International Civil Rights Museum. We'd like to shout out the International Civil Rights Museum, a very amazing place that started the civil rights movement. That is correct. It started that great civil rights movement. So welcome. I'm going to start answering some of these comments now. Somebody said $36 trillion. That is correct. $36 trillion in debt. That great American country is $36 million in debt. I greatly appreciate your comment. That it does help for us to be. I had an individual last night to say possibly that I was living in my car. This is a form for entrepreneurs. In other words, if you're an entrepreneur and if you are happen to be going through a hard time, my friends, that's what entrepreneurship is about. It's not about flying to Los Angeles, California, and booking a luxury hotel and expecting to get photos of India Love and Karuchi. No, when I was out there, yes, my friends, a lot of times those days run into each other. You don't have time to book a hotel, a luxury hotel every night. So think about that as an entrepreneur. And remember, overhead. Overhead is so important in your business and technology. What we're using here, this great world technology, and we'd like to thank our partners at YouTube and everybody tuning in. Somebody just commented, debt runs the world. This is an entrepreneur forum. We are talking P. Diddy being incarcerated in New York, but some people do believe that. I personally, obviously, if the country's in $36 trillion worth of debt, some people do actually believe that. Yes, my friends, some people believe that getting a lot of debt is just responsibility. In other words, Rick Ross, even if his name was Darrell, he would be successful because Rick Ross takes care of his property. He shows the world how good he is at real estate. And you have to be able to take care of your property. And if you own a property, obviously take care of it. And whether it's a rental property, because if you think about ownership and you said debt, if you own your own property and say, for instance, carbon monoxide poison kills one of your tenants, my friends, you're responsible. Or say, for instance, carbon monoxide poison kills yourself. There's nobody to sue but yourself. So that's what this individual is probably saying. Debt runs the world. I can probably more than likely agree with that comment. Great comment. The economy seems to be booming here in America, and Biden seems to be doing a swell job. So let's keep that in mind, that the economy seems to be doing very well. That's right, my friends. America's hustling and bustling, and we are in business. Somebody commented and said, America's over. My friends, no, we're in business, and we're still alive and well. Shouts out to my counterparts, whoever you may be, friends and my enemies. I did think and to say, yes, my friends, that with friends like America, you might as well side with the enemy. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. It's a story about an individual. That is correct. There's a story about an individual that is on Instagram. He served this great American country. Imagine if the Marines didn't have those guns. Yes, that is correct. Imagine if the Navy didn't use those missiles. That's correct. This individual was on a job site working for United States of America. And he accidentally blew off of his face, somehow in a terrible, maybe attack. I'm not sure the details, but he no longer has a face. Now, imagine if you were a Blood or a Crip and you accidentally blew off your face. You'd probably say, I would never want to be a Blood, and I don't have any respect for the Crips if I blew off my face for the Bloods and Crips, correct? But this individual says, no, I still respect America, and I still respect the flag, and I don't have a face. I mean, gang banging, in a sense, is in that uniform. That is correct. How many kids are dying today from America's onslaught of brutality on other countries, right? So somebody just commented, Brazil is back in the house. I greatly appreciate Brazil, individual from Brazil. That is showing that technology, that this forum can be closer to the election. But we are talking Diddy possibly being released, and all sorts of comments. I think last week we had 19,000 likes and some odd comments. I don't know how many comments, but one of the commenters said that that if he's released, that it's a possibility that P. Diddy can be hurt. You know, that great possibility. And so many people are so upset with Sean Puffy Combs because this is an assault on a woman. So let's keep that in mind. Now, if you're planning on going to a great university, that is wonderful. Whether it be Columbia, whatever you can afford, MIT, I'm sure Harvard is on your list, especially if you're black or brown. But if you're not planning on going to school, my friends, close by you, somewhere downtown, there is a jailhouse or penitentiary. Moneybagg Yo just talked about it last night, how if the feds found the guns on him, he would be going to federal prison. Insinuating, saying that if Moneybagg Yo is picked up by the Federal Bureau of Investigations, my friends, it's going to help his career. That's right. If the Federal Bureau of Investigations rushed in right now and arrested me, my friends, it's just going to help my career. If I'm surrounded by SWAT now, even if it doesn't end well for me, my work will live forever. And we do have a plan at Photography Plug on the expiration date of anybody has an expiration date in their life. On my expiration date of my life, I want Photography Plug that every video be shown in Times Square at once. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I'll be welcoming Brazil. We're at the International Civil Rights Museum. This is America and what it looks like. If you're coming to America, don't think it's all peaches and cream. That is correct. You might go into the International Civil Rights Museum and they're going to discriminate you. If you go into the City Commerce, they're going to discriminate you. If you go into this fine art shop, which I don't know if they even have any fine art, looks like some pretty good stuff, but I don't know if that's actually fine. They're going to discriminate you. If you go into that tattoo parlor, they're going to discriminate against you. When you go into this Jimmy John's, they're going to discriminate against you. When you wave at these workers here, they're going to discriminate against you. That gentleman driving that Porsche, even though he's black, he's going to discriminate against you. So somebody just commented, Mayor Adams is facing 20 years for upgrade airline tickets. I mean, if you have upgraded airline tickets, that's not actually the dollar amount, my friends. You can win those for free. It's not necessarily saying that, okay, that is my point. I'm glad you said that. A great comment. If America gives you zero and the guy that got his face blown off in America or overseas that was a U.S. Army soldier, if another country offered him $50 million and America offered you nothing but honor, what would you take? Would you take America's honor, or would you consider, that is right, my friends, would you consider espionage? Espionage. Would you consider espionage, working for another country, actually against your country, meaning that's what Adams is actually close to doing. If I was a prosecutor, the federal prosecutor, I wouldn't have talked about upgrade seats. That was a compliment, my friends. This is the only corruption this individual has, is some upgraded seats, and taking from some Turkish, taking a couple of bucks, a couple of dollars, $200,000 in New York City doesn't go far. My friends, you can't buy a place to stay, just an apartment, because you can't do it. And the mayor, and that's why you have so much corruption, because these mayors, if you ever call EBT or welfare, they will ask you, are you a public official? That is correct. Are you a public official? So, and I do want to say, I wanted to say this earlier. Our former president of the United States, Jimmy Carter, that is correct. He's 102 years old and he's still hanging on to life. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a photographer, head down there to Jimmy. Because even with Jimmy Carter, I see the opportunity at 102 years old. So shouts out to Jimmy Carter, our former president of the United States of America. Shouts out to all the candidates, Harris and Trump. And shouts out to all the social media lights that know that technology is going to run our near future and our future forever. So we're never going back. When your boss tells you don't bring your cell phone, tell your boss, no, sir, I just won't work here, sir. No, sir. Because that is the equivalent of saying you're not able to read and write. It was black people in America, and this gentleman is sharp right here. I like that. I like that leather, brother. So, it doesn't matter what you're driving, my friends. You can still look good. You can still look good. So, shouts out to all the individuals online, and we'll be reading some of these comments. Holland. I did not understand exactly what you said. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, guys. I'm not going to try to fool you and pretend that I'm Andy himself, Andy Warhol. I don't know how intelligent Andy was. He was an artist. So I greatly appreciate you. And so far, in your world, citizenship counts so much that's truly more powerful than what God has gave us all, that life, that breath. You are successful today, even without that entrepreneurship, even without that dollar in your pocket. No matter how impoverished you may feel, you are successful today. And as we see, whatever time it is, it's 100% legal to notate. It's 100% legal to notate. That is correct. So we see the Brinks truck coming. You can get the time. You can notate all of this. And all of this can be a form of a protest. But it's 100% legal. Let me tell you something. Welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody said he hasn't been president since 1977. That is actually true. Jimmy Carter is 102 years old. Jimmy Carter was a president that represented what many other presidents represented. And that is a systemic society that destroys black and brown people every single day. But our respects go to Jimmy, because Jimmy was able to transcend, my friends. That is correct. Jimmy Carter was able to transcend. He was able to live to be 102 years old. I even see potential in Jimmy Carter today that if you're a photographer and you want to meet all the people around Jimmy, it is, our duty. That is correct. It is our duty as American citizens. And we always talk capitalism. That's what we're looking at. That is the importance of capitalism. We're looking at the money coming in and out of the Brinks truck, and we're notating the time. Remember, money is heavy. And we are not the platform to tell you to do everything legal. No, we're not that platform. America needs crime. The judge won't tell you, but the judge will be out of business if he told you, if he didn't have anybody that was committing crime. If nobody ever broke into a home, my friends, if nobody ever robbed banks, America will go out of business. If nobody ever sold drugs. So this is a true form and not those false forms where people say, no, we need a president that's going to run this country in a way that's peaceful. That is not true. See, the freedom of that great American citizen goes very far in America. Now, I'm sure if I'm in another country, they'll just take their butts or their guns and just knock me out, and that'll be the bad guy, and the good guy will wake me up. But in America, we're supposed to have a system. In other words, if a system comes to you and say, let's say, for instance, if an individual came to you and they said, well, hell, this company is going to pay you $1 million. If a company is going to pay you $1 million and another country refused to pay you anything, would you consider espionage? That is true. Would you consider that? Somebody said, what's the nickname of the peanut farmer? The peanut farmer, I can't think of his name right away. That's not a peanut farmer, my friends. He invented everything that we see right now today. Everything. It wasn't just a peanut. White people were taking from black people just like that white man taking from a black person right now. He's trying to figure out how to get over. They can't physically compete. They don't have enough people. And as you see, the Brinks truck just looks like just had a couple of pennies today. And they're actually using a dolly. Well, that great American citizen goes very far in his capabilities of running this country. And it does start with capitalism. Anytime you want to protest at your banks, my friends. Stop protesting at your local colleges and protest at your bank, my friends. I'm not saying your personal bank, but find a bank to protest there. The eyebrows will raise so much more than just protesting. So we'll be looking for discrimination cases here. We're looking around. We're physically looking for discriminations. But if you haven't heard, P. Diddy may be released. And what do you feel about Diddy being on the streets as a sex offender, as a possible sex offender? They are saying that, yes, he is a sex offender. Would you let him be the coach of your football team? He can't anymore because he's a sex offender. So welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody said protest Diddy. That's a great idea. You don't think it is? You don't think it is? But you need to be in New York City, and that is a great. My friends, any idea moving forward, it's a great idea, and then your friends are not going to like it, right? Anytime that you start to become successful, your friends are not going to like it, right? Anytime you have a voice, your friends are just not going to like it. Your friends are not going to like it. And when we're not talking about your close friends, your compadres, your main homies, your day ones, we're talking about your normal friends are not going to like it. So welcome to the Photography Club. We are looking for discrimination, any discrimination cases that's going on. That means excessive racism, not hiring black people, serving whites before blacks, having businesses possibly just for white clients. Any of those things will go up under the direction of discrimination. So welcome. You are very successful as an entrepreneur today. You are, and I'm talking to you personally. That is correct. You are very successful as an entrepreneur because you woke up and you have that opportunity. So as we see lunch, this is a perfect example. White, 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 and a black woman serving. A perfect example. All whites but black people serving, just like South Africa. Perfect example. That's why we are out here physically. Physically. Physically, physically, physically. He looked like he about to say something. Racist. So welcome to the photography plug. Then this is a shop, one of the world famous shops now, that was only serving whites. Well, I'm sure, and again, it's just white clients in here. They look like they have a black worker now. Looks like they have a black worker now. Sweeping the floor. Whites here. This is a very racist city. Whites here getting their hair done. Right here. And look at them. Look at a black woman sweeping the floor. This is normal practice in America. You can't see it on paperwork, but you can see it here. White women getting their hair done. And I never seen a black client in those chairs. The officer knows it, and we talked about it before. I never seen a black client in those chairs. And now the black woman is actually sweeping the floor. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the photography plug. And we're going to try to do something about this today. Today is going to be the day that we do something about this. And we talked about it before. We're going to talk about it again. But today is going to be the day that we do something about this. It's a shame that every time I come down here, they don't have a black client. Every single time I come down here, they don't have a black client. We'll stick to the forum for a little while. I can't get too emotional. They won't allow me on this forum. In other words, they would just get the permission. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the photography plug. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in to the forum. We're just seeing the discrimination that's going on. Obviously, there's a lot going on in this country. So welcome. I won't give you my location, but just know we're in America, in the South. Now, it is a thing called the Southern Belt. I can't think if somebody can think of the actual name. The Belt Line, Bible Belt. I apologize. The Bible Belt. So it's a Bible Belt where people believe in Christ more in the South, and they seem to be a little bit more racist. The lady just automatically called the police just now. So, you know, that's just how it works in America. So you have to back yourself up and you have to say, well, we're going to figure this out. And we're just wondering why a black woman is sweeping and you haven't had one black client in that chair. That's called not white supremacy because they don't have any money. Those girls probably live in one of these back alleyways, you know, per se. We're talking about per capita in the world. So welcome to the photography plug. Remember, when you come to America, it's going to be great discrimination. Be ready. Be ready for the discrimination. I'll be reading these comments. Why would they ruin somebody's hair when they know? And then that is a good point. I just said one client. I did say that. Now, the officer did walk me over there. And as I'm walking, I'm thinking like, oh no, now I have to. That's right. Now I have to waste my money. That is a good point. That's a very good point. The lady is saying no black woman is in her right mind is going to get their hair done. Racist homes both ways, but daily is just a bad side. Your method, collecting evidence and discrimination, at best goes. You sound like the one. Yes. But I can't be, right? So, in other words, it was a theory that came out. It was just a theory that black people can't be racist in the world. In other words, we can say things, but because of systemic racism and slavery, that, yes, because of systemic racism and slavery, that these things happen in our country. So we're not going to forget. It's not a day in my life that I forget what you have done to my forefathers. Every time I get an opportunity, I will speak about it. Obviously, I do visualize myself as a political opponent. That's right. You should visualize yourself as being great also. But great comments this morning. I think we have some intelligent people on this forum. Let's keep the comments intelligent. That's right. So we're checking this business, mostly whites. We have one black. But we're making sure that just shows you, that will show you where the money is and where it's going. Just go to the restaurants and see who holds the coin. So why we don't see a lot of black faces is because they're probably working for companies that don't necessarily benefit from. They benefit from black lives. We talked about the NBA going out of business if they didn't have any black NBA players. The NFL going out of business if they didn't have any black people in their administration office and on the field, and especially on the field. How Tom Brady is still out there trying to get attention. That is true. Why is Tom getting attention? People pay for views, my friends, so views are worth money. So if Tom is out there trying to pay for views, because nobody wants to see Tom Brady anymore, my friends, that's just a reality, that nobody wants to see Tom Brady anymore, not even as James Bond. Now, if I was his agent, I'd say, play James Bond, because nobody wants to see you doing insurance commercials. So welcome to the photography plug. He touched 2 kids on my block. So somebody just commented, said he touched 2 kids on my block. I guess they're talking about P. Diddy. I mean, true, Brady is, yes, Tom Brady is a pastime. Now, people say 50 Cent or Tom Brady. 50 Cent just opened up a studio, so respects to that entrepreneur. But Tom Brady, you really have nothing to offer. Play James Brown. Not James Brown. James Bond, please. So yes, Tom Brady is a pastime, and I think Aaron Rodgers is actually on the field trying his best to get more brain damage. That's right. Take your kids out of football. I seen a kid that was playing football, brain damage, my friends. Now we played it and we loved it. I played over 12 years of football, basketball as well. So welcome to the photography plug. Your opinion is DEA hiring and affirmative action that stimulates racism. Yes, my opinion stimulates something. You understand what I'm saying? That my opinion, because I'm opening my mouth, that my opinion stimulates something. That is correct. My opinion stimulates something. Now watch when these officers try to get close to you. That is right. Watch these officers try to get close to you. When these officers go and try to get close to you because they're trying to cover up that camera. So make sure if you have an officer near you that he's far back from you so you can film him in entirety. Officers try to get close to me. Don't get close to me. Stay your distance. See, it's a little tricks that they use. They want to talk to you close. No, let's stay our distance. Because I'm filming and technology, they have ways to, this is a city worker here. Pretty good guy. How you doing, man? Doing good. But if you're in the area, the city council, that is true. The city council meeting is tomorrow night. So we will probably go live. If I remember, it's only once a month. I would try to make a speech for you guys at City Council. We'll be talking the South African president. That is right. We talked about the South African president City Council before, but I'll do it live if I can, if the technology doesn't prevent me. So comment, donate. Greatly appreciate everybody on the forum. We'll be reading comments right now. Yo, Diddy, shouts out to you. if you just keep walking, won't bother you if half the block as recording them might approach you. I think he's talking about the police officer. No, I'm saying if say for instance, I went down there and filmed that lady, she calls the police show up. Stay a distance from the police when they show up for you. So stay that distance because they try to clobber you. And so if their camera is on their chest, they can't see the event. Because if I have a camera like on my chest right now, like this, and I go close to this pole like that, you can't see nothing but a struggle. So that's the only thing that you would see on the video is a struggle. So make sure you stay your distance from the officers as you film them. As future moves forward, more and more police officers will be filmed. Drones will be filming these police officers, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations will be filmed too. That's a very beautiful woman there. So welcome to the photography plug. Greatly appreciate all of the comments. We'll be walking towards this college campus. I like that route. First, we'll hit this block here. We'll be live for at least another hour. Looks like our battery charge is good. Nice fall day. That is correct. Nice fall breezy. It's not so hot. It's been so hot and humid. I am sweating and moving. But it's been so hot and humid. We are ready for fall. One of my coworkers said he's ready for fall. And I think that is a wonderful thing because these cloudy gray days are absolutely beautiful. So welcome to the photography plug. Somebody just commented, P. Diddy is in bed. It was another comment. Love what you're doing. Do it myself in all time. Just got the ability to do it on YouTube. Keep up the good work. So I greatly appreciate the compliment. Greatly appreciate. This is a forum where your comment does count. Your comment does count. Now we are looking for another narrator. We are looking to expand Greensboro. And we are looking to expand Greensboro now. You see, that person in that car is actually laughing at this person here on this person. So the person in the car was kind of snickering at this person here. That is kind of amazing that somebody would be snickering at a homeless person. That's the type of society you have to be ready for. But I promise you, those have to be foreigners. They don't even look like Americans. I'm not discriminating. I'm not saying anything. But I'm saying that is unusual for somebody to be snickering. Look at them, still laughing at the homeless. That is a sad thing that happens in our country. That is a sad thing. Whatever I have to help them out, my thing, I'll end up giving all my money away. But just something of a gesture to try to help this guy just a little bit. There's something to help him. All right, you are tuning into the photography plug. This is a forum where we talk reality. Now, I promise you, my high school teacher would have told me, and when we used to have class in high school, my teachers told me, no, we're not going to have your class today. But today, we are having my class finally. So just make sure that you as an entrepreneur or you as a healthy-minded person is a person that knows that whatever you want to accomplish, you can accomplish. No matter how far you are as an individual. Last night, I said, I'm sleeping in the car. Actually, to be honest, I had a lot of mold in my house. I was reconstructing my room. So I was actually live in my car. Right behind me was my apartment, but I thought about that and I said, yes, this is what this forum is about. This forum is not about the person in the penthouse that is starting a business. No, this forum is not about a person in a penthouse starting a business. This is starting from the bottom. And whatever business is, even if you're not an entrepreneur, this is an entrepreneur. If you're trying to work your way up at your job, this is the forum for you. Because you're not going to show up late. You're going to do what your boss say, and you're not going to protest on your job. You're going to come out here and protest when you're off work. You don't call your phone company and protest. I'll be reading some of these comments now. I've been using Matter, Daddy, for my pictures. North Carolina. Shouts out to you. Comment just came in. County is streaming live on corruption. I've been trying to work my way up and not meet down with codes enforcements for law enforcement, USPA. PS. Yes, we greatly appreciate comments. I'll be warming up here. I know that wasn't said right. We'll read these comments right. Brady was drafted last, considered. Yes, I'm glad you made this comment. Tom Brady was drafted last. Would Joe Biden be president of the United States if he was white? If he was black? I apologize. Right? So Tom Brady knew and never talked about it. He never, in any interview you can ever pull up, did Tom Brady ever come out and say that it was a disparity with black quarterbacks. Now, Mahomes just threw one of the most amazing touchdowns last night. He has 2 Super Bowl rings already, probably 2 or 3, I'm not 100% sure, in his early age of the 20s. Now, the opportunities, if you played an NBA player and he practiced 100,000 hours, you don't have a chance. Tom Brady was afforded all those chances. Tom Brady wasn't a great athlete. Tom Brady never displayed athleticism. Tom Brady never was a great athlete. He just was afforded the opportunity to come back to work. If Tom Brady was black, we wouldn't know his name. He would have been out the NFL. Tom Brady is going to go down as one of the worst players that ever graced that field because black people are going to have like so many more. It's a great white hope. It's like Bobby Hurley at Duke University. Nobody know where Bobby Hurley is. I do. I know where Bobby Hurley is. I know where Christy Corciani is. I know where all of these individuals are. Yes. Somebody just commented cat. Insinuating Cat Williams. So greatly appreciate everybody tuning in to the forum. Let's remember that that sometimes we all experience certain things. That is true. Sometimes we all experience hardships in life. Sometimes those hardships shape us who we are. It was a Will Smith played in a great movie where I think he was playing Reginald Lewis, the first black billionaire. The first black billionaire was homeless. That's right, in New York City. And he refused. Somebody just called my phone, which obviously I block all of the people. We'll be going down the numbers and then back up again. Because I block so many different people, what they want to do is just disturb the feed. It's not just somebody calling. If I block everybody and tell nobody to call my phone, right, they still try to disturb the feed. So donate, donate, donate. Their agenda is for my voice not to be heard. That is correct. They don't want to. They thought that Miley Cyrus was going to be the voice of America. They thought Susie was going to be the voice of America. They thought because they invested all of that college money. They invested all of the college money on their kids. And in my class, I end up being the more influential person, right? Even that artist, The Baby, that's out of Charlotte, North Carolina, he showed his teachers that, yes, at a very young age, he's flying jets all over the world when he first blew up. The teachers could not imagine that a rapper by the name of The Baby would be flying in jets at the young age of 23, 24, whenever he got on way back 4, 5, 6 years ago. So remember that whatever, it should be illegal. And we're going to talk about that with the International Civil Rights Museum. We're going to save a lot of kids' lives. When you're in that classroom and you're being discriminated against, we need to know about it. And somebody said they're pulling up on me right now. I wish they would, because I really appreciate all the support. I wish somebody would pull up on me right now, and we could do a whole forum. Like if I had a homie and he see me on live, I could jump in, you know. But I did do the form of driving around. I didn't like that, and it doesn't take up enough time. Remember, this is cheap. What is this costing me? Only a phone bill. So remember, and so if I go to New York and film Rihanna, what does that cost? What is your cost? So what does that cost to film Rihanna? A camera and you to be there. But you have to be there. Number one, and the camera, right? So that's low overhead. So that's when you're talking about your business, you need to be thinking low overhead. Think about your business as low overhead. So this is low overhead. The longer I'm talking, somebody said, I was in the register line, and somebody jumped in front of me. Listen, you can jump in front of me because I'm not in a rush to spending all my money today. I'm not in a rush to spending all my money. All you guys in the store can go right in front of me. I'm never in a rush to spend my money. Let's don't be in a rush to spend our money as entrepreneurs. We help the economy. Yes, I could go in the store and get anything free because I spend so much money. Wouldn't that just make sense to you? I think that would make sense if you had a person coming into your every day and spending money, thousands of dollars. He's going to be able to get anything in that store for free if you on a day that he may have hardship. So you see the faces on some of these white people. I just hate to say it. I don't know how to articulate this when they see even an individual that's on live, that even if they know your business, and I do want to talk about this. So even the people that know Photography Plug and know the 120,000 subscribers and know all of the celebrities, all of a sudden they become afraid. That they see what they could have become in life. A jealousy. And so when you have a woman in this country that is powerless, and when we're talking P. Diddy, and there's a state trooper right there, let's make sure we keep our eyes on our white state troopers. Make sure we keep our eyes on our state troopers. That's our tax dollar. That's our tax dollar. So welcome to the Photography Plug. This is a real forum where we don't bow down to anybody, my friends, unfortunately. It was an individual last night that made me very upset. I was about to go out of character, but we must stay professional. Don't go online showing all your goods either, whatever they are, unless you're a woman and you can make a lot of money. This is capitalism. We're not talking Jesus. We're talking capitalism. Welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody commented, victim mentally. No, a victim is a person that sits there and doesn't do nothing. A victim is not a person that owns a platform bigger than anybody in this city. That's right. A victim is not a person that films all of these celebrities all over the world. A victim is not a person that went all around the world and went to the Amo Valley of Ethiopia and took photographs of the tribes of Africa. A victim is not a person that went to Lake Tana, Ethiopia, and is ready to go to Somalia. All these places, my friend, I promise you, if you come with me there, you will see some of the richest black people in the world by health. And that's why I'm out here. That's why I'm feeling healthy. That's why I feel good. Because I know deep inside that Ethiopia is that power on that mountain. The highest elevation in the world is Everest, but the highest elevation of a country is Ethiopia. That's right, they live on a mountain. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We are in North Carolina at the present time. And as you see, this is why you physically need to be on the ground. And I'm not saying I don't personally, and if you went to my job, I work for a white person, but there it is, another black person. We need a carrier service, not just photos or videos. The number one business in America is Amazon. The number one business in America is Amazon, and we need a carrier service. That's right, that DHL, that UPS, at Amazon and the United States Postal Service. You know the whole story behind DHL suing United States Postal Service. The United States came back and said, no, we can be the only people delivering mail, and the Supreme Court ruled that that was unconstitutional. That was, what's up, brother? That was unconstitutional for one person to deliver the United States Postal Service. So as you see that, United States Postal Service, that was sued by DHL, and now we have Amazon, the number one business in America. Amazon, you can Google it right now. It's number one. If you could Google that and lay out that list of the top companies in America. But as you see, am I talking? The way I'm talking and what I'm talking about, it makes the toughest and hardest criminals stay away. What I'm talking about, it's not about a punch or a assault on a person or brutality. What I'm talking about is entrepreneurship that can change the state of what America is. Does that postal worker, that black postal worker that's been working so long, does he own so much more than me? Does he really? I don't think so, my friends. I think at the end of his life that he'll see that working for even the United States Postal Service won't be gratifying enough because it's not his own business. And if you are a police officer out there and you're listening to the feed, that by the time the end of your service to this country, your back will be hurt, your wife will be left, you'll be shot, you'll be stabbed, and the black man will still be on top. So that is the honest opinion of anybody that is trying to be a peace officer or a police officer in this country. That it's not going to be a successful career for you. You're not going to be successful. You are going to end up in the hospital, my friends. And that's my opinion, and I have the right to my opinion. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I'll be reading some of these comments now. Somebody said nonsense, keep criminals away. Somebody actually called 911 on me while I was out here one day. They showed up, we sent them on their way. The freedom of speech hurts people so much. We're in America. We have freedom of speech, right? So whatever they say, if they say, well, it's illegal, they have to put it on paper. I asked 1 million, and I'm asking on this form for 1 million armed black men to our great American White House with their arms in hand, peeking and looking for that president of the United States of America to show him your gunnery skills legally. That is correct. Now, I'm sure they're listening to me and say, wow, that is a lot to say. But after the first Million Man March, when our great Louis Farrakhan, he said we should be unarmed. I think totally different. We need to be armed. Keep your gun on you. Make sure that you're armed at all times. Work out. As somebody said, as an entrepreneur, and I would say, shouts out to Elon Musk. But shouts out to Elon Musk because we're looking at this Tesla, passing by this Tesla. So welcome to the Photography Plug. Hello, my friends. I just seen your comment. Hello, wherever you are. I'm glad you hear my voice today. If ever you don't let us know quickly, we will abort the mission. Well, welcome to the Photography Plug. We're glad to be alive today. We're glad to have waken up today. And as an entrepreneur, your business idea can be the best idea in the world. So don't get down on yourself. Don't get down on yourself. Keep a positive attitude. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We'll be going closer to the university, trying to take a different route so you can see the city in different forms. But welcome. Nice fall day here today. Somebody said, am I a photographer? Yes, it's a company that's called Photography Plug. And I know you see that little brown face with the Sony camera. We'd like to shout out Sony. And again, YouTube. But yes, we film celebrities all over the world. I had an individual last night that insinuated that maybe I catch luxury flights. And it is shouts out to Ice Spice photographer, Stars of Stars. He flies all over the world. Stars of Stars with Ice Spice. Now, every photographer can't be that lucky. He stays in New York City, so he's very lucky and fortunate. And he owns Rihanna too. A lot of Rihanna. Stars of Stars. You can go right there to YouTube. Shouts out to you. We're going to do a whole documentary on that photographer in New York City. Stars of Stars. Shouts out to Newark, New Jersey. Newark, New Jersey. Just tapped in. I greatly appreciate everybody on this forum. This is a forum for entrepreneurship and positivity. We do tackle tough issues. Now, a lot of these issues we don't want to tackle. We don't want to tackle all the issues ourselves. I'm going to tell this story really fast, and I told it before, but it's an interesting story. I had an individual that was actual co-worker of mine. Obviously, I won't mention any names. And was actually a great professional fighter. I mean, this guy is just like amazing. He's an amazing person. Now, at the end of one of the jobs, this lady, this client, we worked to sun up to sundown, but this client was being racist towards us and treating us like crap. So he accidentally broke something. In my profession, you can't break anything. So he actually accidentally broke something. And the client was saying some things to her. So make a long story short, the guy said, I should shoot her. And then come to find out he was like a Navy SEAL. Let's just say, for instance, he's Navy SEAL. I'm not going to tell you what branch or any real information. He's a Navy SEAL. So the government already know you're beside the photography plug. I mean, we're a pretty big forum, right? They got to kind of know, right? And you're a Navy SEAL. So if you're a Navy SEAL and you're working beside me on the job, my friends, the government knows we're there. I don't know what game is being played, but if you're a Navy SEAL, and we're at the job together, and obviously people are on this forum, and I'm a partner with you too. My friends, the government knows about it. But then he says he's going to shoot this lady. But I wasn't mad that he said that. No. She was being rude all day. She's white, he's black. She's being racist. So it made me feel like I don't have to fight anymore. That this new generation will fight for me. And he actually pulled his gun out and said, I should shoot her ass. And she said something else. He said, I don't want to be in the house with her, or I'm going to shoot her ass. And I was like, if you do, I'm going to laugh. Because I'm going to find it funny because she's being racist towards you. And then you're a coworker. So this is not like we're not at the job. You think the police ain't going to show up in about 5 minutes and arrest you. But I have the right to laugh. I don't have to cry. Right? So he pulled out his gun and said, I should have shot her ass. And it made me feel so good because I knew that it was another generation ready to fight for us. He's nothing but like 19, 20 years old, ready to fight, ready to do whatever he has to do because he's discriminated. Now, he worked sun up to sundown. He's a professional fighter. And he was so tired. And obviously, you see me walking, so I don't get tired. So, my endurance is so much more than his because he's new to the job. Some people are just naturally more fit than others. So, yes, that was a true story. Individual said yes. He said the client we worked sun up, sundown, and sometimes we'll lift 50,000 pounds in a week, maybe more. So, and you got to think that only a certain person is lifting most of the weight. The other people are dodging the weight. So you might end up lifting 60,000 pounds in 3 days. And so this Navy SEAL, he was so tired, we wore him out. I promise you. Come to my job, and I'm a put it on you. I don't care if you're a police officer. I don't care if you're a Navy SEAL. I don't care who you are. You come to my job, I'm going to make you throw up on that first day. I'm going to make you throw up. I'm going to make you throw up, but I'm going to do it in a nice way. I'm not a drill sergeant. Welcome to the photography plug. Somebody said rats. Let me tell you something about rats. Ain't no gangster ever pay me $100,000. So if it's a street code, and I never ever implicated, you can go run to the police right now. They're gonna laugh at you. Go to the police right now and say that photography plugs a rat, and they're gonna laugh at your dumb self. Your dumb self. But no, just because they send people my way for me to train them is what they're really doing. Is sending people my way because they know that I can get them in shape. That's not the first person. The last person I worked with just went to the Army. And actually, we was downtown and we seen them on live when I was on live. So most people I work with, they're on their way to the Army. They want to get trained up by us. If you're a fighter and you want to get trained up, we'll train you on up. And I promise you, I'm going to make you throw up. And it's not going to be a narcotic that runs that. Remember that. Now, some people will outwork you, but they're high. Now, some people will outwork you if you're slow. I'm going to outwork you because I drink fruits. You need to get that grapefruit in your system. You need to, hey, did you sleep last night? You ain't sleep? Oh, I got you. You smoke? Oh, you use one of those? I got you. Oh, so anything that you do that I don't do, and think about that as your job. When you see these guys coming in huffing and puffing this, they huffing and whiffing and all this stuff, that's why you still have a job. If they were there sober and the best worker in the world, you wouldn't be employed. They're only 22 years old. Welcome to the photography plug. We Americans all the time get tied up. You gotta pay bills, yes. Unfortunately, I don't care if you own your property. You have to pay your bills. You have to pay your taxes. They just sent me something in the mail saying that my car was worth all this money that it's not. But I turned around, I said, hell, I'll take this piece of paper. Maybe I can get a loan from the bank. So, yes, you have to pay your bills unless you come from a wealthy family. And if you come from a wealthy family, you don't have to pay your bills until that wealth runs out. So it's not necessarily like you have to pay your bills. Did Prince Charles pay a bill in his life? Did Jimmy Carter ever pay a bill? Is Donald Trump worried about his light bill? No. So when we see black privilege, that's not what we talk about in America. And you won't hear it anywhere else. Black privilege. It is a such thing as black privilege. You're looking at it. Guy walks down the street, across the world, does what he wants. Police show up and police leave. It's called black privilege. And it's called being intelligent when he didn't have any black privilege. Harris about to be run. All white women are going to have to salute this black woman, even though she's lighter skinned. It's a new country, and black people run it. Welcome to Photography Plug. Stop using Diddy as a whipping boy. So somebody just commented, stop using P. Diddy as a whipping. So as a whip or it's the coolest. These are the coolest do-rags. What's up, dog? Let's try to pass by these people. So we'll take a little detour because you don't want to film just walk down the street, somebody's in front of you. You got to make sure you're able to, that's right, able to maneuver on small things. So small things can become big. In other words, I seen somebody dancing and having a good time. Looked like they wanted to be filmed, but they were baiting me, wanting me to film them so then they could turn around and just complain because they just want to be on YouTube. I understand it. We're going to get there. But this is more of a professional form and not really a form. As we see that lion, and we have to remember Haile Selassie. We talk a lot about Ethiopia, but we see this beautiful face of a lion. And yes, my friends, you look at this lion and you say, if I was in the jungle, and I told you I went to Ethiopia, if I was in the jungle, right, would this lion be my friend? I had an individual tell me when I was in Ethiopia that I wasn't leaving and there was a panther around. I told that individual, listen here, I'm about to leave, and I'm gonna leave now. I don't give a damn about no panther. I don't give a damn about no lion. I don't give a damn about nothing out here in this jungle. And I left because you have to understand when you're traveling to certain countries, they try to rob you, and you could be missing forever, my friends. You could never come back. So the individual said, he came up to me, he said, no, don't leave yet. Wait for your guide. It's a panther around. It's some lions around. I don't care if it's a lion. I don't care if it's a panther. I don't care what it is. I'm leaving, and I'm leaving now. Because, trust me, when I get bored, I'm ready to go. I'm an American. So that American blood said, hey, heck no. He said, it's a panther around. You must be afraid for your life. No, Haile Selassie, I walk with lions. Africans walk with lions. They're our pets. A lion is our pet in Africa. So welcome to the Photography Plug, where you're not going to hear anything else. You can't go to any other forum and hear that black people are successful. That's right. The black people are the most powerful being on this earth. Right now, I'm not talking spiritually or just physically. I'm talking financially. That if only 0 point some odd are the wealthiest, so it's only 0.2 are the wealthiest, and the majority of the people are black. So if black people start working in this world for one day, my friends, the whole economy will collapse. So welcome to the Photography Plug. We'll be reading these comments right now. Man finna be eaten by a lion. That's right. As a slave, that's what you were taught. I had a very intelligent, one of my very most friends that's more intelligent than me. And he said something about you're gonna go to Africa and walk with the lions. Damn right. Damn right. Now that doesn't mean that you got to think about that's vast. This world will swallow you. Even here. Come out here at 4 o'clock in the morning, you have coyotes and things of that sort. So if you go out too far, things want to eat you. I'm not saying they don't want to eat you, but I'm saying it's a way that you can tame them. It's a very way that you can tame those lions. And that's exactly what Haile Selassie did. Now, if you're not familiar who Haile Selassie is, he's an individual that reigned emperor. That's right, Queen Elizabeth bowed to him. And after Haile Selassie, this is actually obviously very important to me, college campus. I started out here about 3-4 years old, walking around out here, 3 years old. But Haile Selassie was an emperor, not a king, more powerful than a king. King of King, Lion of Judah, and even fought off the Russians. That's right, the Russians lost to him, to Malik. The Russians lost to Malik. Out there in Ethiopia so many years ago, they tried to invade Ethiopia and Italy, I apologize, and Russia. Backed by Russia, China and Russia was involved with that conflict. Now, Ethiopia does have United Nations, and they have, I think they teamed up with China. So, but Mengistu came after Haile Selassie. Mengistu was an individual tyrant that ran a campaign with these individuals by the name of the Derg. That is correct. Now, just like this university, Mengistu took reign, just like here. But Mengistu took reign. If you came to this university, you will see dead bodies lined up. And that's when I talk about your former president of the United States of America. We don't control the Secret Service. We just pay our tax money. One day we might have to walk over the body of a great American president. Guys, you got to toughen up. So Mengistu, you would just wake up in the morning, and Mengistu killed so many people that when you're on your way to the university, it would just be bodies lined up. Mengistu actually got a hold of Haile Selassie and took his skull and hid it up under a toilet. He turned around and falsified documents saying that he was responsible for 400,000 deaths. And you're thinking, is Mengistu dead? I'm sure in your mind you're saying, well, God, that is a terrible story. Mengistu must not be around anymore, right? Because Mengistu is responsible for killing 400,000 people. That's when people talk Trump as a rebel, I laugh. But Mengistu is still alive in Zimbabwe, a free man with 400,000 dead bodies on his hand. So Mengistu showed the power of that African. Can you name any white man that's alive today that has 400,000 bodies on his hand? He said Trump said he could kill one or two on video, but can you kill 400,000? Like Mengistu, can you kill 400,000 and still be in Zimbabwe? If I was with the Federal Bureau of Investigations, I would have an issue and a warrant out for Mengistu. And I will go to Zimbabwe as an American citizen. And Mengistu will be in the custody of Photography Plug. So welcome to the Photography Plug, and we'll be reading some of these comments right now. Bro got bodies. They said bro got bodies. Yes, Mengistu, 400,000 bodies. And he is alive and well today. Mengistu. That is American and world history. So what the black guy on the side of the road is rambling about, dude, remind me of Neil Cassidy. Elaborate, whoever that person is, but I greatly appreciate all your comments, even if you think it's negative, my friends. We can find some positivity on it, because it does take this concrete. It doesn't, to be successful, my friends, it's going to take a lot. It's not going to be easy. You're not just going to have a catchy comment and be successful. I noticed when I started going live, YouTube needed longer forms to pay more money and donate. We're trying to get to places like Zimbabwe, my friends. And we're trying to get a hold in that interview of Mengistu. If I leave and go to Yemen today, America has an obligation to follow all of their citizens. And somebody said he's swallowing the mic. I can see it now, and I apologize if we're a little bit too loud. So Diddy is cooked. Hollywood is cooked. Media is cooked. Feds is cooked. Puppet masters are cooked. That is a wonderful and a great comment. He's basically saying the feds are cooked. That's the first time I heard anybody ever say that the feds can be cooked. Yes, my friends. Yes. The feds are cooked. They're cooked. If they came right now in Russia and I refused to go, and then they assassinated me right here on, this is basically like Martin Luther King Boulevard. Mike Walls was buried right there. They use those scam calls to freeze the feed. As soon as I get on a great subject, they try to freeze the feed. I'm gonna have two phones. Both of them will be professionally formatted phone, but they try to freeze the feed. So those scam calls are used to try to freeze the feed. Because imagine if a person is walking around and he gets like 1 million views. I'm just saying, we are close to 60 million. So they have to slow it down a little bit. So if they can continuously, if the Federal Bureau of Investigations can continuously call my phone, and then they would try to slow it down if I get on a certain subject. So imagine if you were told you had to write down everything that I said. So if you were told you had to write down everything that's said, you're trying to congregate a case. Now, remember, I was a child that was followed by the Federal Bureau of Investigations when I was about in third grade all the way until my sixth grade year. So my family is actually closely knitted, United States of America, Congress. So I think Big Sean came out and said something about your family members. You know the answer. Just tap into your family members. And we have an impoverished person that needs some help out here. Hello, how you doing, beautiful? So let's make sure that when people are on the feed and you see somebody, if you know the area, if you can help out, that'd be great. We're on Market Street here. Obviously, this is Malik's Way. This is my street. Eventually, they'll name this after my company, Photography Plug. So if we see people that's impoverished, let's make sure we stop and we freeze. Let's don't walk by. Let's make sure that we say something, even if we can't give all of our money. So donate, comment. So welcome back, everybody. We got interrupted by the Federal Bureau of Investigations because they don't want me to have a voice for some odd reason. I told them, and I told any gangster, if you offer me $1 million cash plus $500,000 in pound, my friends, I would join your agency. But I'm not going to, this is not Charleston White, my friends. Charleston White would do anything for free because he's a slave-mastered mind. Or somebody just commented, I can't see anymore. Yeah, they would do anything to block it. Even those officers, when we had that a situation with the lady in the beauty salon, they would do anything. So the officer, somehow my screen went black. So technology does that. So stay away as far as you can and tell them, listen, I'm on technology. I want you to stay that far away so I can have you on record and on a good record. That's pretty dope right there. Pretty cool. But we are having a homecoming coming up soon. So we'll be going live doing those homecomings. It'll be a lot more interesting and funner formats. We don't always have to be serious. You can laugh. You can joke. You can say anything about Photography Plug. Call them poor. Call them whatever you want to call me. Just don't say that I'm plagiarizing. Everything is authentic on our rails, and everything is authentic on our page. Welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody said you're tweaking, bro. Yes, as an entrepreneur in America, you notice what you did in your day today. Right? This feed is going to be saved. So, that's what you have to be an entrepreneur and successful. Look at Kanye West. How many times they come out and say, Kanye is crazy. And every single store steals from Kanye. Even though his daughter stole from Marv Mess by saying messy, she don't know where it came from. But Kanye could have came out and say, messy Marv is in the Bay Area doing terrible. Maybe I can help them, but they don't see it that way. It's okay. But many people say that yes, Kanye West is crazy. So that's not going to stop a feed. That's not going to stop followers. That's not going to stop views. That's not going to stop money. That's not going to stop women. Just imagine how many women, if you were celibate for a while, right? Not on e-pills, not on synthetic drugs, but if you were naturally naturally sober or naturally celibate for a while, every woman is going to start becoming beautiful to you, right? Your body is going to start getting healthier. You're going to start feeling better about yourself. You're going to have self-control. Sex can be a drug, and it can be lethal. You can die from an STD. So just imagine if you said, you know what? I'm going to leave all women alone right now. And in this modern day society, you have to say, I'm going to leave all women alone right now. And any person alone right now. If you know what I'm saying, no diddy. you know. So if you discipline yourself as an entrepreneur or on your job, and you discipline yourself and you say, well, I'm ready to move up on positions, but it's not going to happen by me just saying a bad comment. It's going to happen by me to physically make a change, not just for this country or whatever city or whatever country I'm in, but make a change for yourself and your person. For yourself and your person. Somebody said, what is the connection between Saturn and the Jews? I think he's talking about Saturn and the Jews, but remember Jerusalem, and we talked about Italy. If you have your map in front of you, pull it on out. If you have that Google, shouts out to Google, Elon Musk, but if you have that in front of you, and YouTube is number 2 behind Google information. But if you have that map, pull it out, you will see how close Italy is to Africa. And that's how they tried to invade Ethiopia to get more slaves. And I understood. When I went to Africa and I seen all those strong black men and women, I understood the slave trade. I said, well, these people don't look like they ever had a disease in their life. I mean, some of these people look so strong. Obviously, not everybody in every country. No obese people at all. I was the biggest person there. Welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody said, great video. Greatly appreciate your support. Donate. This is capitalism. And don't think that just because I'm on live that I won't be on your live. That's right. We are social media lights. I don't mind. I'm not too good. We're not Kanye's or Jay-Z's over here. And that person that made that comment and said the media is cooked, the mainstream, really he should have said the mainstream media, the feds are cooked. Yes, the feds destroyed the black community for so many years, and this situation with P. Diddy is no different. Homeland Security, I'm sure P. Diddy felt safe when he first heard it after 9/11. I'm sure he never thought that he would be the one to be arrested. Somebody said Diddy was a Fed. Yes, my friends. Anytime you move up he said Diddy was a Fed. He did the devil's work. There is only 2 religions: those that follow Christ and those who follow the devil. Somebody just commented, there's only 2 religions: those who follow Christ and those who follow the devil. Yes, it's only one gang, and that's called the Crips, right? And that's the best gang to be in. It's only one gang, and that's called the Bloods, and that's the best. It's only one gang, and that's called the Army, and that's the best. You're selling Christ, my friends. When I went to Lake Tana, the monks had actually preserved Jesus is documented him on the cross. So you don't know that, do you? See, and when I looked at the picture, I said, well, that looks stupid, honestly. I said, this picture looks dumb. Like Bart Simpson, who drew this? Terrible artist. I didn't know the monks followed Jesus from Lake Tana, Ethiopia, all the way to Jerusalem. And they still exist today. I visit those monks in Lake Tana, Ethiopia. And they preserved it. I don't know how that island is not being flooded. That's right. That island that Jesus's pictures are preserved by those monks. I actually bought a watch for my son. And then I asked about 2. And he said he wouldn't sell me 2. Almost like I was being greedy. So, listen, I was confused too. I'm not saying I know the answers today, but I'm saying that they, on that island, I don't know how it doesn't flood. It's hippopotamuses and things of that sort. And, of course, they say Jesus was here. And I felt the temperature there, and I'm going there. I'm leaving America, my friends. I'm not staying here. at this concrete jungle where people where they want to assassinate any person with a voice. Number one, not just the police, not just the feds. No, my friends, the closest people to you will kill you, my friends. That is a reality of America. So welcome to the photography plug. Somebody said no, Diddy. Shouts out to you. Diddy, but looks juicy, I swear. Why are you all using religion in this mess? No, we didn't bring up religion. And again, shouts out to Elon Musk. With Elon, we want to line up this whole street with Tesla. We really do. And shouts out to Elon. This is not a forum where we won't take the money. My friends, I just told you, the Federal Bureau of Investigations wanted to imagine how many athletes that's out there, right? So imagine how many athletes that's out there that you don't know of as backup quarterback from some team that nobody cares about anymore. They wasted that money. So they wasted that money. That is correct. They wasted the money. So all I'm asking is a million cash and another 500,000 in pound. Not for me to be the most intelligent person in the world. No, I'm gonna party too. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of parties. This is a photography plug. This is not Jonathan Farrell. No, my friends. This is a photography plug. So welcome. Somebody said, go to the brick house. I think it might have meant the bricks of Newark. This man definitely has been to one or two of those. This man has been a great comment. So I greatly appreciate your comment. Said this man, and that is true. We did go to a concert. Now, personally, I didn't know anything about any of that stuff that Diddy was a part of. It was a surprise. I heard it from my coworkers. Now, my coworkers said some very disturbing things. And I will tell you right now what my coworkers said. And not the current coworkers that I work with, just in case I have something. I don't tell anybody what I do at my job. So if you're here on your own. But one of my old coworkers said, Diddy, that's right, if you're listening, I want you to hear me clearly. Somebody said that P. Diddy, this was about a year or two ago, and they said something about P. Diddy. I said, really? Is that true? Like, I was shocked. And he said, well, yeah, they said Diddy was in the office and P. Diddy made an individual play his private parts, and we don't try to use any profanity on this format. But an individual came up to me and said, yes, P. Diddy had an individual in his office and played his private parts like a flute. So P. Diddy was apparently had this person working for him. That is correct. So P. Diddy had this individual working for him. And one of my coworkers said P. Diddy had this individual playing P. Diddy's private parts like a flute. And I found it very disturbing. I said, that is not true, and that couldn't be true. And I just assumed at the period of time that it was true, but I assumed that, he would never be incarcerated or anything like that. But I thought that was very disturbing that P. Diddy was known to have an individual in his office. And you're not going to hear this on any other network. But you're hearing it right now at Photography Plug that P. Diddy did. It was information circling around the streets, and we are on the streets, that he had an individual in his office playing P. Diddy's private parts like a flute. So welcome to the Photography Plug. Somebody commented, come on, no way. And that's how I felt. When an individual was saying that. But, shouts out to our postal workers. Sometimes we're hard on these individuals out here. We're tough. But we do respect you working for whoever you have to work for, trust me, as soon as my boss called me, I'll be ready to work and ready to please another client. We had an individual yesterday that didn't leave the house for 3 years. We help people in my profession. So we had an individual yesterday that ambulance, the police, and everybody was there. They were helping him downstairs. We was trying to help him get downstairs, and he was safely delivered to his new apartment. So we do philanthropy, not just for fun, but for a living. So welcome to the photography plug. Somebody said the diddler would be free soon. I wish somebody could come up with something a little bit more catchy than the diddler. It seems like it's sticking. But somebody's saying that the diddler will be free soon. I don't even know. I guess it's stuck. It's going to be there. So good comment. Thank you for your comments. This lady right here is honoring these young gentlemen. Remember, these were kids. And if you're an adult, right, it's time for adults to step up. We respect what the kids did. You see these, and it look like old men, but these were actually kids that started the civil rights. It was 18, 19-year-old kids, 20-year-old kids that started the Civil Rights Museum. She's honoring them. We would like, she's a Japanese looking woman. We would like to honor those women that were assassinated in Atlanta, Georgia, right now, this second, right in front of International Civil Rights Museum. We want to honor those women that was assassinated, and that Joe Biden, that was in office, as I'm correct, it must not have been long ago, that Joe was in office, and we tried to get Joe to come to Atlanta. Those 9 bodies did not add up enough for Joe Biden to come to Atlanta. But we want to respect all those women that lost their lives in Atlanta in that massage parlor. Let's remember, Martin Luther King fought for trash men. That in that massage parlor that was assassinated by that white man for no good reason. And we'd like to honor all of those women and crown those women as great American citizens. Let's have a moment of silence for those 9 women, Asian and 1 white, that lost their lives to a terrorist that killed them for no good reason. Welcome back to the photography plug. We just had a moment of silence for those beautiful women that unfortunately lost their lives. Right across the street, we see another impoverished person that needs some help. He has on jail flip-flops. If anybody could get him some shoes or some type of help, donate. I promise we're going to have more forums like this. If you know my location, we have a white gentleman. This appears to be on some type of narcotic. That needs help. He has jail flip-flops on, and he might need some shoes. If you're out in the area, please help. He's on his cell phone. I'm glad he has a cell phone. We're glad he's taking. This is like a possible photographer. It looks like he's taking some type of photos, getting his portfolio in order. But he does still have jail slippers, and he might be sleeping somewhere in the area. Remember, we're here. I apologize for the screen being. We're here at the Civil Rights Museum, International Civil Rights Museum. We don't want any of that around here. So let's make sure that this future photographer, he looks like he loves taking pictures and photos. His cart is right there. Okay. So you have a possible future photographer out here that looks like he's taking photos, but he happens to be impoverished. She cussing him out. That was funny. But yes, I have to check this charge. Somebody commented Diddy or now to no Diddy. Well, how many times have you told your girlfriend to go get that baby oil? And his defense attorney, yes, my friends, his defense attorney came out and said, yes, we're going to appeal and get him out. But his defense attorney turned around. That is correct. His defense attorney turned around and said, that's right, his defense attorney turned around and said that it's a possibility that the baby oil order was a misprint and a mistake. It was supposed to be 10 bottles of baby oil and not 1,000. So is that a possibility? Just a misprint, just an accidental order of 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Comment, 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 donate, donate, donate. You are tuning in to the Photography Plug. We pride ourselves on fitness and staying healthy and staying positive. And listen, a punch or a kick or a gun or a Mac 11, it's not going to change the world unless you are in a situation where you can change the world. Now, maybe one day the Navy, the Marines, the Army, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, maybe one day all of them will be after me. And then you could say, I remember that guy. But till then, I'm a free American citizen. I have no court dates. I feel good today. And I hope that your entrepreneurship skills, and I hope that your business is going well. I promise you, you woke up today, my friends. You are successful. Don't just say, I don't have a business, I'm not successful. No, you have life in your body. You can breathe, my friends. You can do anything you want to do in this life. I seen an individual, no Diddy, attractive gentleman, in a chair, and he was guiding his daughter, looked like. Beautiful video. He's a great American citizen, my friends. He won't give up. He will not waver, and we won't either. So welcome, welcome, welcome to the Photography Plug. I'll be reading these comments. As soon as I get across the street and get to the shade, your comments will be read. This is not Tidal, and this is not Jay-Z. This is not Beyonce. My friends, if you go over the Tidal right now, subscribe. Jay-Z is with, how did Trump say it? Oh, Jay-Z. Jay-Z is like Ben Carson. He's asleep. So welcome to the Photography Plug. I'll be reading these comments. I'm going to turn around so you can have a little bit better view. Different artists right here. I like this. I don't like it, but it's an artist. I'm not the only opinion. Signs of Free Diddy. Petition now. FreeDiddy.com. Already over 50K signatures. This is unreal. I love it. I love democracy. My friends, this is not Maria Antoinette. We're not going to hang P. Diddy soon. I love it. I love it. I love it. They're saying, Free Diddy, petition now. Already over 50,000 signatures. That is new information too, and we greatly appreciate your comment, and that's why our comments are so important. They're saying there is a petition in Brooklyn, New York, saying that P. Diddy, yes, he has that right to a fair trial, as us all in America has a right to a fair trial. So welcome and thank you, thank you, thank you. Not just for you tuning in and several views and comment, just for you waking up this morning. Nobody can say, I'm the only one that survived COVID-19. Nobody can say, I'm the only one who survived whatever it is, cancer or whatever disease. We all survived it. We all are strong. You have woke up today. You are powerful. You could not exist if it wasn't for God. So welcome. Diddy oil. Diddy oil, Diddy oil. If you sold some Diddy oil, my friend, great idea. Instead of just saying, oh, Diddy oil and making fun of Diddy and you can get you some Diddy oil and just put Diddy on it, sell it online, and for the next month or two, you could become a millionaire. So that Diddy oil can be a business. Don't just think, ha, funny, ho. This is an entrepreneurial form, my friends, where you need to start thinking like this individual up here. He's selling hot dogs. This is one of the businesses out here that the individuals are selling. He's selling hot dogs out here. So this is a good case of this individual. And he has a white client. So we're not just always. So out of all the businesses down here, we have one entrepreneur. Two, you're listening to one, and another entrepreneur here. Now, she is very beautiful. So we have this guy here. He already knows us well. But that is wonderful. We're just shouting out entrepreneurs. What's up, brother? Hey, keep your business going, man. Hey, you know about Photography Plug, don't you? YouTube Photography Plug. That's who we are. We just support black entrepreneurs, man. Thank you, brother. So that's what the forum is about. Man, get out there and sell some hot dogs. Whatever you have to do. Wash cars. Now, you might not get hired at Auto Bill. They just want those white, unfortunately, I had to say the word again, white teenagers that's about 19, 20 years old. So you're not going to get a job at Auto Bill if you're not 19 or 20 and you're not white and with a shortcut. So somebody said, sign the petition. Give us the information. Continuously give us the information about the petition. Give us the information about the petition. And those, the city workers, they rely on the city workers to, and Noah, 18 years old. I wonder if these are unsolved homicides or these are just homicides. What's up, brother? You doing okay? I wonder if they're unsolved homicides. Very sad. Some things that I've said may undermine, but it was never meant to hurt. And you see this young gentleman here, all these people, unfortunately, have lost their lives, no matter what color they are, but it's an individual that's not up here. And that's what I'm at the, you won't see Duke Crenshaw killed by the police, so it disregards all of this. It disregards all of this. So if you don't see Duke Crenshaw was a 17-year-old kid killed by the police officer here, and they won't put his face up, but they'll pretend to care. This is how you pretend to care. But they send these police officers to black neighborhoods. When you see a white police officer in a black neighborhood, you ask them, what are you doing here? Shouts out to George Bush. I greatly appreciate everybody on the forum. Sometimes we can make fun out of our disparities. I didn't want to talk to these officers before I go, but that technology kills us. We'll be going up to this other college campus, but pay attention. I want you to pay attention to this statue. It may, my friends, change the look. Those statues may change in look very soon. That is right. I was in Manhattan, New York. And obviously, I'm not going to go too low on my battery, so I got a little ways to home, so I'll end this live. I'm very happy and thank you so much. All the information, everything that I learned from you guys, you're not just coming here to learn, I'm learning from you too. That Diddy petition has started with over 50,000 signatures demanding Homeland Security to release a possible sex offender not convicted. You have to be convicted. Yeah, Diddy is not even a sex offender. You have to be convicted to be a sex offender. So he's actually an innocent man until proven guilty. But pay attention to this statute. It may very soon change form. Nathaniel Green was a slave owner. I don't care if you own 1, 2 slaves. I don't want to see you around my kids as honored. Here we are, exchange. On that curve, somebody else impoverished and needs help. You as an American citizen, don't wait on the police to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. The fire department, they help enough people, the fire department, but they're not going to do it either. They don't care. Police don't care. They know they're there. They have the money. They don't want to help. But remember this Nathaniel Green. That is correct. This Nathaniel Green here. But I want you to remember him the way it looks, because you won't be seeing that stand for very long. It's gonna take a change now. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do anything to the statue. I'm not gonna do anything to the statue. But something I have a feeling somebody else is, that it's gonna bring some media attention to this city. And that's actual battle. I wouldn't mind fighting. I don't want to lose my passport. I'm moving. I'm actually moving to a whole nother country. I have a wife waiting on me in a whole nother country. So my friends, I am going to my wife, and we'll probably enjoy, but especially because America is so unhealthy, the food, I'm trying to get all of the food out of my system, all of the synthetics. In other words, they sell legal synthetics. Everybody's running around here is talking about they got marijuana. They don't have anything. They have this crap that is, if you had marijuana, you couldn't hand it to somebody in a pound. This is marijuana. Here's 10 pounds. No, my friends, they'll break it to your shop. That's fake. So remember the way this looks. I got an idea. I won't do it. But if you're watching the feed, I don't care if you do. I'm asking somebody not to pour red paint all over that. Please don't do that. Please don't do it. Please don't pour red paint all over Nathaniel Green, even though he's a slave owner. So I got a feeling somebody might do it. Obviously, we have thousands of people, so please, I'm not the authorities. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care what you do today. I'm not the person to tell you to do it or not do it. America has to be ran. Is somebody right now robbing a bank? It's not my place to tell you to do the right thing or wrong. I don't know if it's right or wrong. Maybe your kid's in the hospital and you need that money right away. So I can't judge a book by its cover. If somebody's robbing a bank, it's a reason. They're robbing it for capital, right? So they're robbing it for capitalism, right? And more than likely, he's a white man. A black man hasn't tried to kill Donald Trump. No, just white men. Now, if white men are interested in killing Donald Trump, my friends, that is a reality that you're not going to stop. I think, unfortunately, rest in peace to young Dolph, Donald Trump is going to be another young Dolph case. In other words, too many people hate him. Too many people hate you, you're done. And if white men hate you and trying to kill you like they're trying to kill Donald Trump, it's over. So get ready and stop being like a little girl. Oh, I'm crying. No, we're men. Be ready to walk right over Donald Trump's body and just keep going. Come on, guys. We're great American citizens. We're not. When the Navy SEALs come out and try to train with us, I promise you. I'm not talking about a person that's in the Navy SEALs now. If you retire for 2 years and you're 25 years old, come on. I'm going to break you. I'm going to make you throw up. I promise you. And I would do it for free. I would do it for absolutely free. People run by me. They run in the morning. Listen. Let me tell you something. I've walked the city and walked the city. I walked New York City. I walked the VMAs. I walked to Armour. I've walked. I'm proven, my friends. I'm proven. So welcome to the Photography Plug. The comments have slowed down. Sometimes they would just stop the comments. In other words, sometimes things happen in technology. But comment. Let me know that you have the ability to still comment. We'll take this amazing way back. Amazing way back. We are talking P. Diddy being incarcerated by the Homeland Security, a.k.a. Federal Bureau of Investigation. We had somebody that finally had some guts and said the feds are cooked. Yes. Secret Service looked scared. They said, well, really what they wanted to say was, well, if y'all going to kill him, let us know so we can duck. You see how unprofessional they look when Donald Trump was shot? Did you see how unprofessional they look? Did you see how unprofessional the Secret Service? That was a dope shot. If I had a professional camera, that would have been it right there. That was so cool. It's like an open window and I love this red brick. Like for photos and stuff like that, for video. I love that red brick. I'm actually about to shoot a video from homeboy Red Gold. Shout out to Red Gold. We're doing some homecoming. So remember, homecoming is going to be a whole nother format, a whole nother formation. Support your local barbers too. Support your local barbers. We're still live. We're going to stay live as long as we still have some people. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in to the Photography Plug. And there is a petition. They're saying sign the petition. If you see the petition and you can sign the petition, there's an actual petition, and we'll put it up online when we get home. We'll put it up online. We'll find it and put it up online. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? We'll put it up online and we'll find it. To my right-hand side, if you know my location, this railroad track is a person that's impoverished and needs some help out here. Looks like a couple there, very young couple that needs some help on the left-hand side. So I think if we had somebody walking around just giving out checks, I mean literally, not advice, not Jesus, not any of that stuff, but just giving out checks. Giving out checks, my friends. And I might actually be working tonight, but beautiful day, fall day. Get ready for your fall and support your business, no matter what they are. Support your businesses. Make sure that your kids are going to school looking fly and fresh. Shouts out to Michael Jordan's father. Many years ago in this city, I was a kid, and we waited out for Michael Jordan. My first paparazzi event was about in 6th grade. So we waited on Jordan, and we waited on Jordan. And I looked up, and I realized, I said, Jordan is not coming. It was Michael Jordan's father. And Michael Jordan's father eventually, way back then, said, kids, come on, gave us all shoes. And we made our own history. I don't even know, Michael Jordan doesn't know that story, but it's a true story. Right in the city, he had a store called Jordan. It wasn't like Michael Jordan. It wasn't so flashy way back then. It was Jordan. And there was only about 8 people in line. And this is when the brand just broke. So, that is the situation. So guys, we talked about so many things on this forum. I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. We have been live for a while now, and my battery has took a toll. So like I said, I greatly appreciate it. Remember, support your local barbers. I'll be supporting them too. Support your local barbers. I'll be supporting them too. I should have went inside and at least spoke to them. But I'll be supporting them. Support. Sometimes when you just wave at people and you say hello to people, they'll wave right back. They could be the biggest gangster in the world. If you're just polite to them, and they might be going to go shoot up the whole neighborhood, but they might miss you because you opened the door for them. So you never know what somebody's going through in that day. They might be the person that's about to commit a crime, They could be a person that is about to commit a crime. So, make sure that, the people say, I just wanted to do that to show y'all how white women act in this country. See how scared she was acting? Like she would grab her purse. I don't need nothing from you. I'm the photography plug. I'm rich. So I don't need nothing from you. But I just wanted to show you how white women act. And that's a Karen back there. That's a Karen. See how he spoke? See, he spoke well, but she's all scared. Look at her. All scared. I don't need nothing from you, baby. I'm the #1 photographer in America. I don't need nothing from you. So next time a black man walk by you, ain't got to be all scared. Sometimes you got to tell people. Just tell them. Just tell people straight up and straight down, listen, that ain't going to work. We ain't afraid of you. You don't run nothing. You pull white trash, and that's what you are to me. Now, maybe to somebody else you're something, but to me, you're nothing. So that's just how it works for me. Oh, Karen's over there scared. Look at it. We're going to get on live, too. We're YouTube. We're on YouTube. We're live. Photography plug. Yeah? Can't do nothing about it. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? I cannot stand these individuals that think they own something and don't really own nothing but that little bitty old car you got and a little bitty apartment you got. You in debt and don't own nothing. Your white skin is not a privilege in America. Those days are over. Slavery is over. I don't want nothing from you. Nothing. I'm talking about I wouldn't touch most of these people. I hate to be arrogant. I hate to be that way. But in real life, I wouldn't have touched her. Touched. I wouldn't have put my fingers on her. I've seen even in Muslim countries where the women are so beautiful that they step down and their feet are gorgeous because they're rich. You ain't know I have the connection to the richest country in the world? So we're still live. We'll stay live a little bit longer. That felt good to make somebody upset. It does feel good when somebody has impoverished your people. Look at this alcohol right here. This is what's destroying the black neighborhoods. These companies like that. This person that had this bottle doesn't have a net worth. They don't have a net worth. They don't own property. You can't own property drinking 20 Mad Dog 2020 and Coronas and throwing them out in the yard. So they know if you get a bottle in your hand and a certain bottle, more than likely you don't own anything in real life. So obviously, for some reason, you can't comment anymore. Maybe you can't even hear my voice, but we have a lot of viewers, so we're gonna. I never walked back here. Oh shit! I ain't going that way. Not recording. I go the other way then. So these are two city workers right here. Y'all work for the city? Oh, just making sure. Just checking. So two city workers right there. So thank you for tuning in to Photography Plug. We'll be back on later on today. I greatly appreciate your participation.